Hey everyone, welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about what to buy for Destiny 2. I love Destiny 2, but figuring out what expansions and content packs are worth it is a huge nightmare. I'm lucky in that I've been gradually picking things up as they've come out for years now, but for new or returning players, it can be daunting. So, what does each pack get you, and which ones give you the most bang for your buck? Let's jump into it. If you want the quick, easy answer without all the explanation, here it is. Just buy the final shape. If you enjoy that and want to know where to go from there, come back and watch the rest of this video, or skip to the end where I'll have a graphic. If you're sticking around, the first thing we'll cover is all of the older expansions and content packs. After that, I'll talk about the current expansion and some of the other DLC. The Forsaken pack is listed for $19.99 and gives you access to over 20 exotic weapons, the Shattered Throne dungeon, and the Last Wish raid. The campaign has been removed from the game, but this can still be worth it for the weapons and especially the dungeon and raid. That said, I do not recommend you buy this alone. I would also not recommend purchasing this pack at full price if for some reason you have everything else but are just missing this. As of June 2024, I've seen it for $3. The Shadowkeep Pack is listed for $19.99 and takes players to the moon to confront a sinister evil. The campaign is now free for all players and is the furthest back in the Destiny 2 story you can go, so if you're looking to play through everything in order, start here. This pack gives you access to new exotic weapons and armor, the Pit of Heresy dungeon, Scarlet Keep Nightfall Strike, and the Garden of Salvation raid. That said, I do not recommend buying this individually. As of June 2024, I've seen it as low as $3. The Beyond Light pack is listed for $19.99 and takes players to Europa to harness the darkness to defeat their enemies. Bungie has also added this campaign and the Stasis subclass it unlocks to the base game as free to all players. The pack now only adds some new exotic weapons and armor. It does grant access to the Deepstone Crypt raid for 6 players, but does not come with one of the smaller dungeons for 3 players. I would not recommend purchasing it individually, but if you do, get it on sale. As of June 2024, I've seen it as low as $3. The Bungie 30th Anniversary Pack is listed for $24.99 and is a celebration of Bungie and the games they've made. It grants access to new weapons and cosmetics inspired by some of the other creations like Halo and Marathon. You also get access to the Grasp of Avarice dungeon and additional rewards from the Dares of Eternity activity. The dungeon is probably one of my favorites, so I think it's worth picking up if you like dungeons, but I wouldn't recommend picking it up by itself unless you already have everything else. If you do, I definitely recommend waiting on a sale. As of June 2024, I've seen it as low as $4. The Witch Queen expansion is listed at $29.99 and features a highly lauded campaign that takes you into Savathun's throne world to fight against the Lucent Hive. It adds new exotic weapons and armors in addition to the Vow of Disciple raid. The campaign is fantastic and definitely deserves all of the praise it has gotten, so I would definitely recommend it, even if you'll probably need to watch some YouTube videos to understand the deeper story going on. Despite that, I would not recommend picking this one up individually, but if you do, wait for a sale. As of June 2024, I've seen it listed as low as $6. The Lightfall expansion is listed for $29.99. The campaign takes you to a secret city on Neptune as it is attacked by the forces of the big bad guy of the series, the Witness. You'll be able to unlock a new subclass called Strand that allows you to grapple around the city. As usual, you'll get access to new exotic weapons and armors in addition to a raid called Root of Nightmares. While I don't think the story was as strong as The Witch Queen, it's hard not to recommend this one because of how fun the Strand subclass is. That said, I wouldn't recommend picking this one up by itself unless you already have everything else, in which case I'd say this one is worth picking up, though I'd personally wait for a sale. As of June 2024, I've seen it at about $10. The Legacy Collection, listed for $69.99, is why I haven't recommended purchasing any of the content packs or expansions by themselves, as it bundles them together for cheaper than you can get them individually. If you've previously bought individual expansions when they were new or have some of the content already, you may want to do some of the math to see what's cheapest, but if you're missing more than one or two, this is probably a good deal unless you can find everything else on sale. That said, I would not recommend purchasing this for full price if you are new. This collection routinely goes on sale for around half off, so I would recommend waiting for a sale. As of June 2024, I've seen it as low as $25. Alright, so that's all of the older expansions and content packs. So now we'll talk about the most recent expansions and the other current offerings. The Final Shape is the most recent expansion and is currently listed for $49.99. You'll get access to a lot of new stuff, the Prismatic subclass that lets you combine aspects of all the others to create your own custom subclass, a new campaign that will take you to a new destination inside of the Traveler, and along with the episodes throughout the year, will wrap up this part of Destiny's saga. You'll also get your usual new weapons, armors, exotics, and the Salvation's Edge raid. Purchasing this expansion will also grant you access to an episode, whichever one is current at the time you buy it, which adds more content throughout the year. But I'll talk more about that part later. I'm recording this on the day the expansion goes live, so I can only say I've enjoyed the couple of hours I've gotten to play it so far, and it seems like it's been getting favorable buzz from reviewers. This is where I'd recommend you start if you're just getting into Destiny, maybe after you've played around in the free content. If you want to wait, the newest expansion will usually go on sale several times throughout the year for about 50% off. Now there is another option when you are picking up the Final Shape, and that is the one that comes with the annual pass and is listed for $99.99. You can also upgrade to the annual pass after the fact for $49.99. This option comes with everything included in the Final Shape, but adds instant access to a new exotic gun, an exclusive speeder bike, a stash of gear to help you get started each episode, and access to all 3 episodes that will be released throughout the next year. You'll also get the Final Shape dungeon key that'll unlock 2 new dungeons throughout the year. Buying all of this separately throughout the year would run you about $65, so picking it up through the annual pass saves you about $25 and gets you some goodies on top of that. That said, I only recommend this option if you are sure you will be playing a lot of Destiny 2 and enjoying all of the content. If you're new or just not sure if you'll be sticking with the game because you might get distracted by other games like Shadow of the Erdtree, I'd recommend just buying the episodes and dungeons individually if you're playing during the time that they come out. Destiny 2's ongoing story mostly plays out over the course of 3 episodes throughout the year. Each episode will cost you 1,500 silver, which equates to about $15. Buying the episode pass will unlock the premium track on the pass, earning you more rewards. You'll also have access to the new activity of the season, typically a 3 to 6 player set of missions. An episode is set to last around 18 weeks, and maxing out the pass probably isn't too challenging as long as you're playing regularly. If you're new, I don't think this is a must-buy on day 1, but you'll get your bang for the buck. There is a caveat though. As far as I know, the episode pass rewards are no longer able to be earned after each episode ends, so even though you'll still be able to play the story and missions, you will be losing out on the content if you purchase the pass and don't finish it. So be cautious when picking this up with less than a month or so remaining. Episodes are new this expansion, as they previously have done shorter seasons that were a little cheaper, so we don't know exactly what they're going to look like, but for now I'm assuming it'll work similarly to the older seasons, where the reward track goes away at the end of the episode, and all 3 episodes will go away in June 2025. There are currently 3 dungeon passes available in the Destiny 2 store. One for Witch Queen, Lightfall, and the Final Shape. Each one has to be purchased with 2,000 silver, Destiny's premium currency. This equates to roughly $20, as that'll get you 2,300 silver. While a bit annoying, this does allow you to use the content across platforms, so if you play on both Xbox and PC, you won't have to buy it twice like you do with the expansions. Each key will come with 2 3-player dungeons that offer unique weapons, armors, and exotic and challenges. The Witch Queen one gives you access to Duality and Spire of the Watcher. Lightfalls comes with Ghosts of the Deep and Warlord's Ruin. We don't know what the Final Shape ones will be as of recording in June 2024, but they will be released within the next year. I wouldn't recommend purchasing any of these until you try out some of the other dungeons, like Prophecy, for free, or the others that have come with some of the other expansions and content packs. If you like dungeons, this is an easy recommend for me, as they are some of my favorite content in the game, but if you don't like dungeons, that's all that's in this. I'm not going to cover silver bundles in a ton of detail, but there usually are some listed for about $15 that'll give you 1,700 silver, a value of roughly $17, and a cosmetic emote. If you're looking to buy an episode piecemeal, this will get you the silver you need to do that, plus an emote, so if you're already buying silver, I guess why not buy one of these bundles? So to sum it up, I'd recommend picking up the Final Shape first, as it's the most recent expansion. If you play and love that, definitely pick up the Legacy Collection, though you'll probably want to wait for a sale. I'd also recommend picking up the episode pass for the current season, unless it's almost over. From there, you'll be able to try out some of every type of content in Destiny and purchase more of your favorite flavor as you go. If you have questions or they release content that isn't covered in this video that you want to ask about, let us know in the comments and we'll do our best to answer. If you like this video, consider leaving a like or a comment to let us know. If you want to be notified when new videos go up, just hit that subscribe button. But with that, I'll leave you with a reminder to stay friendly, Guardians.